Hey guys, so reporting live from my closet. um, you guys, it is the last day of the year, and I just wanted to share some pretty cool news that I got today. So I've mentioned this before. I've been pretty transparent with a lot of my life journeys, right? But one of the journeys I think I have wanted to be a little bit more transparent about is with money. And the reason why I want to be a little bit more transparent with money is because I think that it's always something that everybody, no matter where you come from, where you are now, we all deal with something with money. We either got a lot of it, we ain't got enough, whatever the case may be. And so my journey with money has always felt like this really dark, scary cloud. It's been something where I've worked since I was 17 years old. So I've been making money since 17 years old. But I've always kind of lived paycheck to paycheck and never really felt like I had enough money. When I got married, I still felt the same way. So for 8 years of a marriage, I was the main breadwinner, but still felt like I just never made enough money. And not just made enough money, but I felt like, well, I didn't feel like my credit was shot. I went into detail about, some stuff about my credit in a previous video about money, so I won't go into details about that. But my credit was shot. There's just been a lot of just negativity surrounding money. I've had poor spending habits. I am very much an impulsive buyer. I'm not an emotional buyer or like, oh, I'm sad or oh, I'm happy. Like, no, I'm just like sitting down watching Netflix and see somebody like brushing their teeth and be like, you know what? I actually think I do want a water flosser. Like, I'm going to get that. So it's always been like I haven't had the greatest relationship with money. Well, September of this year, it's really been like this last quarter, but specifically September, I got a wellness coach. Her name is Danae, and she really started me on this journey, not just of money, but with my life. And so we did this thing like this wheel of life, and I got to pick certain categories of that wheel that I wanted to like hyper focus on for the time that we were together. Well, long story short, I felt super inclined to focus on my money. And the thing is that I've been in poverty. I prayed to God to help me break out of poverty. He broke me out of poverty financially, but then I still had a poverty mindset. So I was still very much living in poverty in my mind, which made my habits with my money a poverty mindset still. And so it just was still very bad. And so I decided to take control and work on my money. And so with that being said, I had got started taking like not classes, but there was like a webinar about signing your kids up for an IRA, a Roth IRA with the Goucher Foundation, and I signed up to do that. They opened my eyes to so much, and through them I was connected through this company called Thrivent. Now, you guys, I want to be very clear, I am not affiliated or getting paid to do this at all. I am just really passionate about helping people when I have received the help that I need. I know that God has called me to help break women out of a lot of different things, and one of them being poverty, because we are women of wealth and resources. But I knew that God couldn't allow me to help break other women out of poverty without first breaking me out of poverty, and then making me a woman of wealth and resources. And so this is my opportunity to be a resource by sharing with you the resources that I got. And so with that being said, I got connected through the Goucher Foundation to Thrivent. Now, I originally had connected with Thrivent because I wanted to sign up for a Roth IRA. I wanted to get additional life insurance policies. I already have a couple of them, and so I wanted to get another one. So there was just several things we were kind of working on. But one of the things they recommended me to do was connect with and I'm about to get it wrong, so I will like almost like I don't want to call it a financial planner, because I don't, like a financial advisor. And I may be saying that wrong, so I will correct it in the caption. But you guys, I was connected with the most wonderful woman. Her name is Natasha, and she has been walking with me for the last 3 months. Has it been 3 months? It's been about 2 months. She's been walking with me from November to December. So yeah, the whole 2 months. in really kind of painting this picture regarding my money. And when I say painting a picture, like literally, they use this tool called Money Canvas. I wish I had it. I wish there was a way I could download it. I wish there was a way I could share it with y'all. But I'm hoping that I'll tag Thrivent in here. I'll tag the Goucher Foundation. And I'm hoping that you guys can kind of sign up for this as well. It was completely free. It's ridiculous because it's changed my life so much that I should have paid for this. Like, 1000%. So basically, like, I can't even explain everything that they did, but you guys, they helped me paint this picture with my money. So I was able to basically completely say, like, this is how much I make a month. This is how much all of my expenses are, like, to the dollar. Like, every single thing I spend my money on as far as bills, utilities, housing, all the stuff, like listing all of that stuff out, right? And then this is how much in an ideal world I would want to save, right? And so from there, they literally, it's called like paint a picture. And they show me, and I'm going to show you, I'm looking down because I got my laptop here before it dies. I'm going to show you guys what we were able to create within the last couple months. But it's so cool because when I painted that picture, it allowed me to visually see, first of all, how much money I got coming in. Because sometimes you get money and then you got stuff on auto pay, you paying stuff, you spending money, you're not really paying attention to how much money you truly have coming in. So it allowed me to see how much money I have coming in, and then it allowed me to see how much money I got coming out. And how much I'm just spending frivolously just because. Like, oh, I want Cheesecake Factory today. Sign me up for whatever. Like, I was spending a lot of money. And I was like, I don't want to go into the new year like this. Like, I want to be able to get a hold of my money. I want to be able to see where my money goes. I want to go into the new year with zero personal debt, which I am. And so I wanted to be able to see it. And so this allowed me to see it. And so when I was able to see it, I was able to say, okay, these are the goals that I want to do. And so one of the goals was what I just said. I wanted to go into the new year with zero personal loan debt. I am doing that. I paid off all of my personal loans. So I paid off 2 credit cards. I paid off like a personal loan through my bank. I paid off what else did I pay off? It was something else I paid off. It was a couple other things I paid off. But basically I paid off all of the personal loans. And because of that, you guys, I got a ding this morning because I pay Experian a monthly fee to do like my credit reports and all that stuff. Now you can pull your credit report through Experian for free, but the reason why I pay is because I've had identity theft 3 times and Experian prevents that. And so ever since the last time was the final straw, I got hit up for like $500. Somebody had stolen my credit card numbers through a gas station. Do not use your card at the pump. I've stopped doing that like about 10 years ago. But basically, probably not that long ago. I'm being over exaggerated. But stole my credit card numbers and spent like $500 at Walmart, and then went to another Walmart across the town and tried to spend another $800. And my bank at the time was like, she ain't got that. And so and so that's what alerted me. And so that last time was the final straw. I said, I'm not doing this no more. And then I found out about Experian, and I started paying a monthly fee to lock my credit. So basically, I said all that to say that they send me alerts all the time. And one of the alerts I got today was, your credit score went up. And so I was like, so I checked the account, and y'all, on this last day of the year, my credit is 718 points. You can't tell your girl nothing. You can't tell your girl nothing. Listen, coming from a credit score of like 5 something a few years ago, working my butt off to get this house and to do all the things, to see my credit report say 718, baby. Kudos to me. So I'm going to be working really hard because that's just one of the scores. You got 3, in case you didn't know. And so I still got a little bit more work to do to get all 3 of them to 700. So I'm super excited about working. And I think a lot of that too is because when you pay off things, sometimes your credit will go down, sometimes it'll go back up. It does this like roller coaster before it kind of balances itself out. And so some of the things I paid off simply probably has not even been reported yet, and then other things will be reported, and then it'll ding it, and it'll be a whole thing. But by about March, April-ish, if that late, everything will kind of balance out, and then I'll kind of get like a real kind of visual of where my credit report is for all 3 scores. But y'all, when I tell you, I was like, thank you, Experian. And then I got another sidebar. I got another alert from Experian in that same breath that said, you also have a court record that's been like, I don't know, something. And I'm like, a court record? I don't even do nothing. Y'all, there is a Kimberly Scott that obviously got a record. Something didn't happen. And baby girl got a record, and it's on my report now. So, you know, hopefully I can prove that I'm not Asian, because that's what it says she is. And I could just get it off my report, because God dog, like, you got a 700 credit score, and you got a permanent record. A court record. Like, what the? Anywho, that was a lot. But yes, Experian, so that good news was really good. But I wanted to show you guys kind of a visual, and you may not even be able to see it because it's on my laptop, but I want to show you a visual of what we did through Money Canvas that was called Paint the Picture. And then I'm going to get off of here and encourage you guys to go on this journey with me. So listen, there's some things on here that's blocked out in red, okay? What Auntie Tab say? That's my business, okay? So you don't need to see all the numbers. You don't need to see my coinage. But I do want you to see a visual of what we did. And so this is what we did. So this is called Paint the Picture. And basically what you want in here, the blue is really small. So I'm going to go up some. So basically, let me get up a little bit. So basically there's 3 different colors, right? The blue is all the things you have to pay. The orange is what you want to save. And the yellow is all that you spend. Now, what you want to happen in an ideal world is you want that orange right here. You want to have a little bit more orange because you want to have some more savings. You want to have less blues. So you want to have less things that you have to pay out. Now, some things is just like life. Like, you're going to have those things there, right? But the goal is to really kind of balance out these certain, and then you want to see more breathing room with your yellow category as well. So my goal was to just have more of a savings account. I have had savings accounts before. I've had savings accounts that have been, you know, I got to transfer from my checkings to my savings, to my savings to my checkings. If you know, you know. I've had savings accounts where I got a large tax return and just was like, let me put this away, and just put it away and then spent it eventually. So I've had different types of like savings accounts throughout the years, but I never really took it serious. And so it's something about, I don't want to get emotional, but being a single mom, that is really the real reason why I started this money journey, is because being a single mom, if something was to happen to me, I wanted to make sure that my kids were secure, at least financially. That no matter where they go or who they were with, I didn't leave the burden of not being able to take care of my kids financially in my absence. And so that was one of the real reasons that triggered me to say, hey, get your ish together, because you can't live like this. You need an emergency fund. You need these things kind of set up. And so my goal before the year was out was to save $2,000. I have done that. I started small. I started with $500. I saved the $500 and I just kept moving up. And so I saved $2,000 for the first time in a long time. And so super excited about that. So now my goal is to save at least 10% of my check every pay period. And so I will be automatically transferring. I won't be automatically. My job, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up to where the money will be taken out from my account and automatically deposited into my savings account. Oh, something else I did today was I opened up a high yield savings. Listen, just call me Kimberly. money. My last name. My last name is still a sticky situation. But I opened a high yield savings account, and which is different from a regular savings account, and I can go into a lot of details, but I won't. I'm learning all this stuff, y'all. I'm becoming a financial guru, girl. Okay, I'm really not, but maybe one day. So I opened up a high yield savings account, and basically what that is there's several ways you can save money. You could get your money, put it in a box, and put it under your bed. It accrues no interest, right? It's just the money you put in is the same money you get out. And a matter of fact, it may even decrease because you got inflation. So the dollar is real shaky, right? Then you can put it in the bank into a regular savings account, and depending on what savings account you have, you may not get nothing. You may not get no interest. It just stays the same, or maybe a small percent, a small percent of interest. And then you have what's like kind of like a high yield savings, which is what I have. And right now, basically, you put your money in there, and it accumulates interest, right? And so right now, the interest rate on the one that I got is 3.8, which is pretty good. But the accounts in general are around anywhere between 3 to 5%, depending on what bank you go with. And so I went with the bank that I had already had a credit card with. I had already had good standing with them. They opened it immediately with no hesitation. Of course, obviously, I transferred over $1,000 to that account just so it can kind of do its thing, and it's kind of invisible. And so, yeah, that was really super exciting. I know that you guys are probably like, wow, this is like, why are you telling us this? The reason why I'm doing this, you guys, is because we do not want to make money our idol. That's very clear. Like in the Bible, God is like, you can't love me and money. You gonna hate one, right? The love of money is the root of all evil. Like we know all those things. But we also know that money is literally what makes the world go round. And I do believe that God wants us this year to be sober in our money spending habits. And I think he wants us to be diligent in our discipline when it comes to saving our money and investing our money, because we cannot be true kingdom builders if we are financially in despair. I just don't think that it's... When you are stressing about how you're going to pay your bills, when you are stressing about how you're going to get food on the table, when you are stressing about your car breaking down and not having money, when you can't give someone money because they're in a financial bind, like it's a different level of like anxiety that you have. There's a level of freedom that you feel. Like I have never felt this free financially in my life, and I'm not even where I want to be. But when you tackle these small things like paying your debt down, when you tackle these things like opening up a savings account and actually transferring money into it, like getting life insurance, the next step is for me to actually get a Roth IRA for me, the kids and I, so we can really start maximizing our money and having our money work for us. But you guys, 3 months ago, all this stuff was like not even a thing to me. Like I was in la la land. I wasn't worried about none of this stuff. I wasn't thinking about it. And then literally the last quarter of the year came, and I was like, get your ish together. You're making this, you ask God to break you out of poverty. He breaks you out of poverty. And then you still over here acting like you boo-boo the fool when it come to money. I don't get it. Like you crying to God about money still? Like, what are you doing? Like, he's giving you everything you need to create wealth, to have wealth, and you are just throwing it out the window. And so I said all this to say that I've learned all this stuff within 3 months. I can only imagine I'm going to really be hyper focusing on like learning more about money this year than I ever have before. I'm going to be focusing on giving more money than I've ever given before through the Breakout Fund, which is through the Breakout Woman. Like I'm really excited to see God take me on this money journey, because let me tell you, God can send as many prophetic words to you as you need, okay? I have been called a woman of wealth and resources more times than I count on my hands. I have been told that I look rich, that I've been told all the things. You can be told all those things. God can crack the heavens open right now for you and say, you're a wealthy woman. And until you put in the work, you will forever be where you are. And so this is me telling God, I'm taking your word seriously. I'm taking what you've called me to, what you've said I am seriously, and I'm going to do my part. I'm going to take small steps, and I'm going to do my part to become the woman that you already had ordained for me to be. And so I'm super excited to finish going on this journey. I am going to be reaching out. I think I'm going to try and reach out to Thrivent and see if there's a way that maybe they can do like a workshop for the breakout woman, and I can get a bunch of ladies online and kind of go over all of the great things that I've learned so far, and then get you guys signed up to do like your own paint the picture. And like, I'm thinking about doing something like that top of the year, because I truly believe that if you ain't ever got your money together before 2025 first quarter preferably, is your time to do so. Okay, this is your time to count every coin and make sure that you got it all together. And so I am going to be seeing some ways that I can put together some resources that I've gotten, of course with the permission of Thrivent, which is just such an amazing company, and some permission from the Goucher Foundation, and see if there's a way that we can all get together online and kind of go through this process and break out of poverty together. And not only break out of poverty, but break into the wealth that we've all been called to truly live. So I know that video was pretty long, I was all over the place, but I just wrapped up my last session with Natasha, and I just felt so overwhelmed with just joy that I had to share it with you guys. And so if this feels like it came left field, that's okay. I hope that it reached those who needed it. Get your money together this year, okay? Get your mind right, get your spiritual walk with God right, and get your coins right. That is your top priorities. It's actually in a different order. Get your spiritual life right with God. Get you and God's relationship need to be like, y'all need to be ace boom coons this year, because let me tell you, it's gonna get a little shaky, okay? And your faith needs to be rooted in Christ. And then get your mental right, which God will help you do that. It goes in order. And then get your money right, okay? Get your money right. And so I will be working on my end to see what I can do for you guys. And then in the meantime, y'all start doing your part and just saying, hey, I'm committed to getting my stuff together, okay? I love y'all. Have the most amazing New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. I think I am going on a social media break for the first month of the year, like a lot of us are, just to really get clarity around some stuff that I need to be doing. But I will be actively posting on YouTube more than ever this year. And so join me on that side. If you want to see my face, if you want to hear my voice, if you want to do all the things, go on all these journeys. We are breaking out of everything this year, and I'm super excited to take you on the journey, and super excited for you to join me in breaking out of those things. And so if you want to see me still, I won't be on social media after today, but I will be over on YouTube. I love y'all. Talk to you later.